Texas and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. The Miners will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Texas Longhorns offense will have first crack at this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day, and I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator.
Sure, he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Roy. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! They're bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Miners offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Now the play fake. It's complete to the right.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Oh, the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Give to the running back. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Miners headed quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fighting off the defender. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Who knows, maybe being on the right hash will help him from 55 yards out. He can just take a big swing. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Here comes the Texas offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll... Fair catch. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. They want to run it left here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Miners can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to throw, it's Fleming. Got a man. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Makes the grab. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Miners come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football.
Touchdown, Miners! A great catch and run for 6. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. First play of the period, first down here. Right back to the well. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominant.
Breaks away on the left. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. The Longhorns will have it first and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Touchdown, Longhorns! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Working that left side now. He finds a little bit of room to operate. He goes out of bounds at the 12. The Miners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give from the gun. Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
They'll get him stopped just the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. 2nd down now. A little more space for the offense. Backed up.
Touchdown, Texas! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air, it's Fleming. Gets it out fast. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Miners in the hurry up. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's got enough for the 1st down, it'll be at the 35.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the 1st.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the 1st down.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Looking to throw on first down. Hits the open man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. Fast completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it. There he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Miners will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Fleming. Turns it loose deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Makes the grab. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. He caught it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. And the Longhorns will try to punch it in on first and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere. Knocked down for a loss.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to...
Touchdown, Texas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play.
Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Miners will send out the punt unit. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first. He's loose. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the touchdown Longhorn. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. From the gun to give, looking for room. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in this. And really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Books it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. New set of downs after the completion. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. He's got it again. Finds a little space. Got enough for the first down. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Scanning the field, it's McLeod. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26. Oh, he's got some space. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. The Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this offense.
Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Texas. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. He'll pull it on the read. On the move at the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. It's complete. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Hard running there. Turning it on. Hits him with a stiff arm. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15, a 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Gonna run it. It's Peace. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pick.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
Complete out of the backfield. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. And he's going to try to return this one. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Firing to the right, complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Right back to the well. There he goes. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Longhorns pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Longhorns back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He leaves it with his back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a short run there, and that'll end it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from it.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build.